to leave that camera switched off. Listen to your body, allow yourself to be the authority of your practice. I'm simply here to guide you and make suggestions. So do what feels good. If you have any kind of sharp pains, always pull out, but we'll keep it pretty basic and safe for everyone. So we're going to start seated on our mat today. Legs crossed however is comfortable, so you can work with half lotus if that's in your practice. Otherwise, just a simple cross-legged position is fine. Backs of the hands on the knees, and just don't worry too much about your posture. So if you're kind of a bit slouchy, that's fine. If you've got a couch or a wall nearby, feel free to lean against that. Just separate the flesh of the sit bones just a little bit so that you feel nice and grounded. Backs of the hands on the knees. If you'd like to, you can bring tip of index finger and thumb together into Jnana Mudra, so mudra for wisdom. Close down the eyes. Deep breath in through the nose. And a long, smooth, slow breath out. Really using the tummy to squeeze out any of the last bits of air. And again, deep breath in through the nose. Long, slow, smooth breath out. Just ignore me if you see me popping up to the front and just making sure everybody's connecting easily. And one more like that. And just notice if the shoulders can drop away from the ears a little bit. And then from here, you can leave the hands where they are, or you can bring the hands to the heart with the thumbs pressing into the center of the chest. Soften through the face. Allow the breath to be really natural. And simply set your intention for the practice. What is it that you hope to get out of this 30 minutes on your beach towel or yoga mat? What is it that motivates you to be here this evening when you could have chosen to do so many other things? What is it that has allowed you to arrive here? We just take a moment here to acknowledge the fact that we have prioritized our well-being by being here this evening. And simply make the pledge to honour ourselves and where we're at, always focusing on what we can do rather than what we can't do. Releasing the hands to loosely clasp the knees now. Inhale, press the chest forward, lifting the chin a little bit. Exhale, arching through the spine, rocking back on the tailbone. Inhaling to lift through the chest. Exhaling to rock back. So really exaggerate the movement here. Keep going with your own breath. So you inhale, lift the chest, lift the chin. Exhale, rounding through the spine, really rocking back on the tailbone. Just tuning in here to see how your body's actually feeling after the day. Beautiful. And then releasing the hands out in front of you, or just switch the cross of your legs. So different leg in front now, or different leg on top, just so we're balancing out through the hips. Inhale, lift through the heart. Exhale, just walk the hands forward. So you might be quite upright, or you might be quite far down. Just work with where you're at. Keep the sit bones grounded, that gentle lengthening through the lumbar spine, shoulders away from the ears, chin in just a little bit so that you can feel that length along the back of the neck. Maybe you can walk those hands forward a little more. And then rolling forward onto the hands and knees, shuffling back to wherever you're going to position yourself, coming into Balasana, child's pose. So the forehead might be on the earth, maybe you're cupping the chin, maybe you've got two fists. We're here with the hands. Just do what feels most comfortable. If the forehead's on the earth, just gently moving the head from side to side, massaging the first side. Yeah. And then from here, reaching the arms out in front, we're going to tuck the toes under, come up into our first downward facing dog. So we haven't really warmed up all that much yet, so be open to this feeling a little more uncomfortable than usual. We're not worried about that. We're not afraid of being a little uncomfortable. Pedal out through the heels, really exaggerate that movement through the hips, through the pelvis. Open and close the mouth a few times, releasing the jaw. Now let's find some stillness. Bring the feet hip distance apart and turn the toes in just a little bit closer than the heels. Ground down through the palms, so the fingers are spread wide. Press down through all of the knuckles. Roll the upper arms towards your ears. Bend your knees deeply and press the heart, press the chest towards your thighs. Feel that lovely length through the tailbone. And now maybe you can start to straighten through the legs a little bit more. Your drishti, your focus point, is you're either looking between your feet or you're looking at the belly button. 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, walking the feet between the hands. Feet hip distance apart, holding onto the elbows. Let the head be heavy and just move the body weight around a little bit here. Let the arms drop, little bend in the knees and roll up nice and slowly. Coming to Tadasana, so the feet can be shoulders a distance apart, or you can bring the big toes to touch. Fingers extended, palms facing forward. Lift up the kneecaps, tuck the tailbone under. Draw up through the belly. Shoulder blades together behind the body. Bring the chin in a little bit. Last of all, feel like there's something hovering just above the top of your head. And you're reaching up to try and brush it. Really active pose. We're not simply standing here slouching, it's very engaged. Drishti is down the nose. From here, inhale, sweep the arms up, gentle back bend. Exhale, soft knees folding forward. Inhale, right foot steps back, drop the knee, heart lifts, coming into a low lunge here. Exhale, palms flat, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, float that right leg up. Exhale, right knee to right wrist. Inhale, fill those lungs, they expand. Exhale, right knee to right elbow, squeezing the lungs. Inhale, float that leg up. Exhale, the knee to the nose, really compressing the lungs now. See if you can kiss the knee, core engaged, and then step that foot through, helping it through if you need to. Drop the back knee, coming into a low lunge. Again, heart lifted. Inhale here. Exhale, pull the hips back, straightening through that right leg, folding forward. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale, lunge forward, left palm down. And we're going to open up to a twist towards the right. Keep the right knee over the ankle. That top hand can be on the tailbone or reaching up. Gaze on the top fingertips if it feels comfy. Keep lunging. 2 more breaths. When you exhale, right hand to the earth. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here or in child's pose. So if you were one of those who said that you wanted a gentler practice tonight, definitely come to child's pose instead. So listen to what your body is telling you. Listen to the cycles and the rhythms of your body. Rest when you need to rest. From here, coming back up into downward facing dog if you're not already there. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, walk, step or jump the feet between the hands. Inhale, lift through the heart. Exhale, fold. So feet are hip distance apart. You can either hold the creases of the elbows or you can use the peace fingers to hold onto the big toes. Folding forward here. Starting to straighten through the knees. Finding that length along the back of the legs. Gently nod the head for yes, shake it for no. If this is really comfortable, you can walk the soles of the feet onto the palms of the hands so that the toes touch the creases of the wrists. So we're really walking all the way on top of the hands. Keep lifting up through the hips so that the legs straighten. Unclench the teeth. 3 more breaths. Releasing the hands, press the feet down, inhale, sweep the arms up, back bend, exhale, soft knees fold forward. Inhale, left foot steps back, drop the knee, heart lifts for your lunge. Inhale. Exhale, palms flat, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep that left foot up, exhale, left knee to left wrist. Inhale, float it up. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, float it up. Exhale, left knee to the nose. See if you can kiss it, core switched on. And then step that through. Drop the back knee, heart lifts here for our lunge. Inhaling. Exhale, pull the hips back, stretching out through the back of that left thigh. Breathing here. 3 deep breaths. Unclench the teeth, soften the shoulders. When you inhale, lunging forward, right palm down, twisting the opposite way now. So hand can be on the tailbone, or we can reach it up. Kick that right knee over the right ankle. Keep lunging. Try not to collapse your weight into that lower arm, but use the core to keep yourself nice and light. And then exhale back to downward facing dog. 3 breaths here, or child's pose. If you're in down dog, really roll the upper arms towards the ears. Where's your drishti? Where's your focus point? See if you can press the heels a bit closer to the earth. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, walking, stepping, jumping feet between the hands. Inhale, lift up through the heart. Exhale, sink the hips nice and low as though you're sitting down into a chair. Reach the arms out in front, feet together now, roll the thighs towards one another, sink the weight back into the heels. Look down, make sure you can see your toes. If this is easy, reach the arms up above the head. Tuck the tailbone under. Mula Bandha, pelvic floor. Uddiyana Bandha, draw the navel back up and under the rib cage. Sit a bit deeper for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, right foot steps back. Drop that back heel. So we're coming into warrior one. So the right heel's dropped. Make your way up into warrior one. Lunging into that left thigh. Nice and deeply. Aiming for the left thigh to be parallel to the earth. 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, lunge a bit deeper. Inhale. Exhale, palms flat, press back to plank. The knees can be up or down here. Inhale, the shoulders forward. Exhale, lower down into the tummy. Release the arms behind the body. Lift up the heart, lift up the arms, lift up the legs. Shalabhasana, locust pose. Nice and long through the fingers and toes. Lift up one more rib. Keep breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, back down to the earth. Deep breath in here. Exhale, coming back to downward facing dog, or have a rest in child's pose. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, step or jump the feet through. Inhale, lift through the heart. Exhale, sink the hips low, coming back into your chair. Arms can be out or they can be above the head. Roll the thighs together, weight in the heels, look down, make sure you can see your toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, exhale, folding forward. Inhale, left foot steps back. Drop that back heel, warrior one on the right side. Roll the outside edge of the left foot to the earth. So that back leg's nice and switched on. Lunge more deeply, right thigh parallel to the earth one day. Breathing, drishti down the nose. So looking gently down the nose, unclench the teeth. Inhale, exhale, press back to a plank position. Knees can be up or down. We're going to hold this one for 12, 11, 10. Keep breathing. If the wrists become tender, come down onto the forearms. Certainly if you've got any wrist weaknesses or injuries, definitely best to be on the forearms. It'll be much more comfortable. And now whatever version of plank you're in, lower down into the tummy with as much control as you can. Release the arms behind the body. Shalabhasana locust pose. Lift up the heart, the arms, the legs. Lift up. Length through the body. 5, 4. Keep breathing. Lift one more. Rip up. Exhale, release. Right ear on the ground. Gaze to the left. Let the whole body relax. Let the whole body be heavy. Notice if you're holding on to any tension in anticipation of moving again, and let that totally go. From here, bringing the palms under the shoulders, pressing back to work with puppy pose. So it looks a little bit like puppy, but it looks a little bit like baby pose, but it's much more of a stretch for the shoulders. So this is a really good one to remember if you do tend to get tension through the shoulders. If you've got a pillow or a cushion from the couch handy, you might like to have that nearby just in case you need the extra support. So we're starting on the hands and knees, and then we walk the hands forward, allowing the chest to come towards the earth. But we want to keep the hips over the knees. So we don't want the hips to come too far forward. We don't want them to do too far back. They're above the knees. Now, if this is really tight, really strong, really challenging, you can put a pillow under the chest for support. Otherwise, see if you can allow that chest to soften down towards the earth, maybe even the forehead on the ground, and you'll feel this lovely deep stretch across the shoulders. Quite strong. So if this is too much, go and grab a pillow or a cushion and pop it under your chest like this. It really makes it much more comfortable. Much more gentle version. Now this will get quite intense, but there's no need to be afraid of that intensity. If there's ever any short, sharp sort of searing pains, always come straight out. But if it's more of an intense, concentrated discomfort, it's a sign that we're really releasing some solid tension and tightness from the spine, particularly the upper shoulders. So see if you can keep breathing here, and every time you exhale, see if you can let go into the pose just a little more. 3 more breaths here. So good for stretching out the shoulders. Unclench the teeth, nice and soft through the mouth. And then start to bring the weight back into the hands, walking the hips back towards the heels. Bring the arms alongside the body, rest the forehead on the earth, or maybe in child's pose you're going to cup the chin or rest the forehead on the fists. Get comfy. 4 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, let the body be a little heavier. Inhale. Exhale, feel the hips sink back to the heels a little more. Inhale. Feel totally at ease here. And then gently walking the hands back to the body so that you come to a kneeling position. Now again, if you have any sharp pains through the knees, just come to a different seated position. If this is quite uncomfortable, you can sort of sit your bottom on a cushion, get some extra height here. You can have it either between the legs or just under the bottom. If you're able to sit here, even though it may be a bit uncomfortable, please try to do so. It's really great for the joints. So from here, inhale, sweep the arms up above the head. Exhale, sweep the right arm under the left. So I'm mirroring you. Right arm under left. Lift the elbows in line with the shoulders. Move the hands forward. Now close the eyes. We don't need them open. Unclench the teeth. Notice if you tend to wobble off to one side. I have an old netball injury on my left knee, so I tend to favour it and veer off to the right. See if you can balance yourself equally through both knees, both ankles. Moving those hands further forward if you can't feel that stretch across the shoulders. Make sure the teeth stay unclenched, soften the face, draw the lower belly in just a little bit so the spine supported. 2 more breaths. When you're ready to inhale, unravel the arms up above the head. Exhale, just work with the opposite side you did before. Arms, the elbows lifted in line with the shoulders, the hands move forward. Check that the weight is equal through both knees, through both ankles. Notice if you can deepen this opening by moving the hands further forward. Notice if there's a part of the face that you can relax a little bit more. And then when you next inhale, unravel, hands come above the head. Exhale, hands to the heart. Coming down onto the bottom. Feet hip distance apart. Bottom comes close to the heels. Roll on down for bridge pose. Arms alongside the body. Press the feet down. Inhale, peel that spine up towards the sky. Once the hips are as high as you can, shuffle the shoulders closer together beneath the body. See if you can interlace the hands. If you've got that without too much challenge, you might like to bring the hands to the lower back and prop yourself up that bit higher. If you're comfy there, then lift the heels up. Notice how that gives you a little extra height. Keep that height as you drop the heels back down. No moving the head now. If you need to come out and look at what I'm doing, go for it, but please don't turn the head while you're in the pose. Keep the knees in line with the hips, feeling those inner thigh muscles really switch on. Relax the bottom so that the power is coming through the thighs. 4 more breaths here. See if you can lift the hips a bit higher. Press the heart towards the wall behind you. Deep breaths. Noticing that belly puff up with each inhalation. And when you exhale, slowly making your way out the same way that you came in, nice and smoothly. Hug the knees towards the chest. Rock around just a little bit. Arms out to the horizon, knees bent, feet on the ground. Cross the left leg over the right, just like you're sitting nice and proper at a dinner table. Lift the left hip up, let the knees drop towards the right elbow. Chin comes towards left shoulder, let the body be heavy. Close the eyes. Let the body be heavier. Inhale the knees back to center, switching over and doing the other side. So lift that right hip up first, knees drop towards left elbow, chin comes towards right shoulder. Let the body be as heavy as you can. Let the body be even heavier. Beautiful twist. Inhale the knees back to center again, uncross the legs. Coming into happy baby pose as our inversion. So knees bend towards the armpits. You can hold the backs of the knees, the calves, the ankles, maybe outside edges of the feet. Draw the knees down towards the armpits. If you've got shoulder stand in your practice, then go for it if you'd like to work with that instead. If you would rather move into this variation of an inversion, also an option. And if you've got a wall nearby, then shuffle over to that wall and rest your legs up the wall. Close the eyes whenever you're settled where you are. 5 breaths. If you're in happy baby pose, really work on encouraging those knees towards the armpits, rolling the tailbone down. Make sure the chin's in a little bit so that the back of the neck stays nice and long. Deep belly breaths wherever you are. If you're in shoulder stand, starting to make your way out. And then making your way out of whatever posture you're in, coming to Shavasana. If your lower back feels tight, give the knees a hug. See if that releases it enough. If it's still tight, then keep the knees bent, or even better is to place a rolled up blanket or some cushions under the knees. Otherwise, we're coming to full Shavasana, our corpse pose. Tuck the tailbone under, bring the shoulder blades together. Draw the chin in, let the feet fall away. Arms are away from the body, palms facing up. Close down the eyes. Inhale, deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, sigh out. 2 more, just like that. Now release any control of the breath. Allow it to be very natural. Relax your feet, relax the calves, relax your knees, relax your thighs. Relax the pelvis and the abdomen. Relax the chest, relax the shoulders, relax the arms, relax the throat, relax the neck, relax the back of the head. Relax the face, unclench the teeth, soften the jaw. Whole body totally heavy and relaxed. Starting to lengthen through the fingers and toes now, perhaps giving them a little bit of a wiggle. When you inhale, sweep the arms up over the head, stretching from fingers to toes. Rolling over onto your favorite side, bring the knees towards the tummy, coming into the fetal position. Wiggle around until you feel comfy here. And then slowly pressing up to a seated position. If it's within easy reach, just popping your camera on if you're able to, so we can all come together. Sitting however is the most comfortable. Backs of the hands on the knees. And again, we can bring the thumb and index finger together in Jnana Mudra. Or we can bring the hands to the heart with the thumbs pressing into the center of the chest. Close down the eyes. Deep breath in through the nose. Find some extra length through the spine. Grow taller. Exhale. Keep that height, but drop the shoulders away from the ears. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all the universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much